beep, 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 beep. La, la, la,
So, a lot of times when we talk about project-based learning or when we're in professional development about project-based learning, we hear a lot about the rationale and the research. We hear a lot about the elements that make up a PBL unit, but sometimes it's still really hard to see the day-to-day process of what exactly a PBL unit looks like mapped out. And so what I thought I'd do is start a little series called PBL Secret Sauce, and I would just start to introduce little concepts chronologically through one of my major units that I do every year, in the hopes that you could apply some of those things to maybe what you're doing for your unit. So every year I do the superhero unit with my 8th grade language arts students. And I start every PBL unit with what's called an entry-level event, which is really kind of an activity or something to think about that really introduces the PBL unit in an interesting way, like da-da-da-da-da-da, ta-da, here's what we're doing. It is kind of a little bit of a song and dance number, but really what it means is you've got to devise an engaging way to launch the unit so that the kids want to be working hard right off the bat. That's its purpose. Now, normally I've started my project-based learning unit, the superhero unit, with a little iMovie. Here it is right here. I'll play it for you in the background. And basically what it does, it's not terribly exciting, but you know, it works. It generates a lot of questions. It generates a lot of excitement. It's set to a short excerpt of a John Williams piece from Superman. They recognize the bars that are playing. It's a short piece, but it really kind of gets them thinking about what's to come. But this year, I kind of was thinking to myself that I really wanted to ground the unit in a much different way. Excuse me, my lights go off. Come on, lights. Lights, lights, lights. Excellent. Okay, cool. Awesome. Automatic lights. So what I wanted to do was kind of ground it in a much more meaningful way of learning to begin with. I didn't want to give up my iMovie. I liked it. The kids get jazzed by it. But what happened was just a few days before we started the superhero unit, Hurricane Harvey hit. And really, I saw that as an opportunity to start to showcase the everyday heroes, the heroes that emerged from crises. You'll notice, by the way, I also cite right off the bat. Okay, so what I did was before I gave them this entry-level event of the iMovie, 2 days beforehand, I started showing them the articles that were coming out that were about the everyday heroes. The everyday heroes like Mattress Mac, who opened up his furniture stores to those who were victims of the hurricane. I found different point of views of the human chain that was made to save a gentleman from an SUV that was going under the water. I found that wonderful article about the night crew in a Mexican bakery who were trapped by the hurricane. And what happened is they ended up just cooking lots and lots of loaves of bread, knowing that when they were rescued, they would have food for other victims. And so we read that piece as well. And then, of course, I also have here Mr. Rogers' quote, "When I was a boy, I would see scary things in the news. My mother would say to me, 'Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping.'" So I was able to do a combination here just by being aware of my surroundings. I was able to pull in current events to help launch and help contribute to the entry-level event. From there, the kids generated tons of questions. They had so many questions. After that, after all these articles and after the iMovie, they wanted to talk and they wanted to ask. But that's for another movie. And that's for another session of PBL Secret Sauce. Hope this helps you develop your own entry-level event for your unit. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
bim bim